Bill Gates, once just a boy who enjoyed fiddling with computers, is now one of the world's wealthiest people. Gates' net worth is estimated to be around $128.1 billion in 2021, according to Forbes. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. For this video, we're going to discover how Bill Gates earned his $128 billion. But before anything else, I would suggest you leave a like on the video, because why not? And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell down below so you won't miss any of our videos. Without further ado, let's hop right into the video. He's got a thirst for knowledge. Despite the fact that Gates only attended Harvard for a very short time before dropping out, he credits his success to his time there. At the Ivy League school, Gates studied computers, and he also dabbled in a variety of other areas that piqued his interest. His love for information, as well as his will to always improve and study, contributed to the eventual success of his company. Even after he opted to forego his Harvard degree, Gates' parents encouraged and supported his interest in computers. Gates had always credited his father as an inspiration for his philanthropic work, which has consumed the younger Gates' time and energy since he quit his day job at Microsoft in 2008. Until his death in September at the age of 94, the senior Gates was actively involved in his son's humanitarian activities. He even wrote the first check for Gates' foundation. The dude reads a lot. Gates' love of reading has remained constant throughout his entire life. He even has his own blog, where he routinely makes book recommendations for his fans. Reading is thought to have boosted Gates' net worth by providing him the knowledge he needed to become a successful entrepreneur. He chose a great business partner. Gates has made a number of smart business decisions, many of which have concerned the people with whom he has chosen to collaborate. Allen and Gates were childhood buddies who went on to co-found Microsoft in 1975. According to Allen's book Idea Man, a memoir by the co-founder of Microsoft, Gates and Allen had a complicated relationship over the years. Gates, on the other hand, credits Microsoft's early success to his collaboration with Allen and the lessons they learned along the way. He stayed confident in his dream and his vision. When Gates was in the 7th grade, he was lucky enough to attend Lakeside School, a prestigious private school in Seattle that provided him with computer access. According to Gates, instead of simply teaching pupils how to use computers in the traditional sense, the school unleashed them. In retrospect, he claims that his experiences at the school provided him with the motivation he needed to achieve the seemingly impossible. He had an emergency fund for Microsoft. Gates very quickly realized that in order to be successful, he needed to build up a sizable emergency reserve for Microsoft, which would keep the company viable in the event of a financial setback. He learned from his mistakes with Microsoft. Gates, like everybody else, makes mistakes. The key, though, is to learn from those mistakes, and Gates does just that. Gates' capacity to be innovative, collaborative with his team, and have a large enough cash cushion to continue to develop and try new ideas contributed significantly to Microsoft's success and, subsequently, his fortune. He has a good money manager. When it comes to selecting a financial advisor, Bill Gates has a knack for it. Michael Larson, Gates' money manager, is substantially responsible for the growth of his fortune. According to Business Insider, Gates hired Larson to handle his personal investment company, Cascade Investment, LLC, more than 2 decades ago when his net worth was a meager $5 billion. He diversified his private portfolio. When Bill Gates was establishing Microsoft, he dedicated the majority of his time, energy, and creative talent to the world's finest tech business. However, as he became wealthy, he did what most financial counselors advise investors to do, regardless of their wealth. He diversified. Gates sold most of his Microsoft stock, leaving him with just over 1% of the company's ownership. He then invested the money into a variety of stocks and other assets, shielding his vast portfolio from single security disaster and sending his already large fortune skyward. He knew when he'd outgrown partnerships. Of the personal computer revolution in the 1980s, the two businesses worked together to develop operating systems that powered most PCs. However, the two businesses worked together to develop the operating systems that powered most PCs. However, by the early 1990s, the collaboration had reached a stalemate, and Gates decided that Microsoft would be better toughen it alone. He learned to give up control. Gates kept a close grip on everything that transpired in the early years of Microsoft, and he did everything he could by himself. But how could he build Microsoft to its full potential if he spent his days writing code or modifying code that others had written? He just couldn't do it. Instead, he built connections with essential personnel that was founded on mutual trust. He discovered that his new mindset allowed him to take on the position of mentor rather than a micromanager, which suited him perfectly. Despite leaving his day-to-day job at Microsoft more than a decade ago, Gates served as a chairman of the board of directors. As the COVID-19 pandemic spread over the globe, Gates recast himself as a major advocate for science-based policy and government, donating hundreds of millions of dollars to coronavirus-related research and causes. And that's it for today. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe, turn on that notification bell and all that good stuff so that you never miss any of our future content that we produce just for you guys. So for now, we're signing off, but we will catch you in the next one.